special. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like a fuck, that's nothing else. You know, I'm falling in love, that's for someone else.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna react to this is a Jamari video. I don't remember the man's name or woman's name. Kris. Mr. Beast's friend. Something's going on with Mr. Beast's friend. I remember there was another controversy when his friend was transitioning, I guess, openly in the videos, and that was somehow a problem. So I don't know if that's what's going on. Like, they fully transitioned and now motherfuckers is like, oh hell no, bitch. I don't know. So I don't really know what's going on. We better find out. Anyway.
Beast became the most subscribed to person on the entire platform. Year after year, he
and
has
he's
consistently
rich.
dropped some controversy around his name. And in general, it seems like he really just wants to have fun while helping people out and making these different big ideas of his come to life. But one controversial topic around him and his brand has been one of his best friends, Kris. Kris has been with Jimmy since the start of his days on YouTube and is actually one of his childhood friends. And over time, the audience came to know and love Kris like they do many of the other recurrent people on the channel. Well, you might remember last year we talked about Kris in a highly controversial video posted by Sunny V2, and the main topic being discussed in this video was Kris becoming, well, Kris with a K, and transitioning from a man to a woman. Needless to say, the years people had come to know Kris as a married Christian family man, so many fans and critics alike did find his transition to be a little bit jarring, including Nick Merckx, who has been very vocal about his opinions. Now, Mr. Beast has made it beyond clear that Kris is his day one best friend, and he will always support him, even expressing displeasure towards people who had
Ava? Who the fuck is Ava?
And claiming that he is an amazing parent. Even till this day, it's like constantly a huge topic of discussion online, because not only is it such a hot topic in general, but he's also involved with the biggest YouTuber in the world. And now Kris is once again being discussed, and it seems like their past is coming back to haunt them in the form of some strange tweets. Above that, there's also some more recent allegations that point towards Kris having a Dr. Disrespect type of relationship with a fan. First, let's talk about this video that...
Please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. It's another one of these mofos. They're everywhere. 69 God. Hey, run for your life on God. Like this, who was it? Cody Cole, Dr. Disrespect, EDP, all the other motherfuckers on the internet. I don't know. Like, what is going on for real? Like, this is weird as fuck. Talking about she was only, wait, who was only? I'm
recently, back in the 2017 to 2018 range. This video immediately connects Kris with a person named Shadman, who is known for his explicit drawings online, and he apparently got famous for depicting all kinds of disgusting things in these drawings, including underage individuals in these illustrations doing vile things.
What the fuck?
Anyone who thinks this
Why is he famous?
It's okay needs to be thrown under the jail with the likes of EDP. Basically, weirdos use this art angle as a bypass to enjoy, though the legality of it does still seem kind of vague to me. Well, basically, back in the day, Kris posted a ton about Shadman and even had his artwork
You're doing a lot. This is coming from the guy who owns a Shad base drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room. Okay, whatever.
At his house in the background of an old Mr. Beast video. He also posted several tweets about enjoying this type of artwork in general, and other suggested posts about various cards.
Wait. Did he just say that bitch looks good for a... I mean, we saw it. Y'all go back and pause it, because I'm not saying no shit like that. Personally.
And even though most of these posts are like 7 years old at this point, at the time he was still a 21-year-old man. And this isn't just like some racist stuff or something that there could be like more gray area on. Or you could say, oh, that was just like part of the times back then. This is some weird shit that he was interested in to a massive extent. Like a grown man hanging a picture on their wall of this nasty stuff takes quite a bit of premeditated thought. So obviously people already thought that that was very strange of him, but it's really nothing compared to this more damning allegation, where people are claiming to have exposed Kris for having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old fan when he was 20 years old, and that this online communication continued for several years. Shout out to this man Prism, who is the first one to bring this to light. So there's this kid who goes by the nickname LavaGS online, and it seems like he was a massive Mr. Beast fan back in the day, and even got to work for Jimmy at some point in the past helping with his gaming channel. It seemed like over the years they developed several channels of communication, from Snapchat to Twitter messages, Discord DMs, and private gaming sessions. Which, let me just pause the video right there and say that I already have a problem with that. Unless someone is like your cousin or related to you in some way, there is absolutely no reason that a 20-year-old needs to be having all these different private conversations with someone who's in middle school. Like
exactly! What the fuck? I think I graduated when I was 18. Okay? I was like the captain. I would like in high school help like some of the, you know, if they had issues or whatever, try to be like a big sister type shit. When I graduated, that shit was done. The only underage mofos I talked to was people that were in 12th grade when I was a freshman in college. And those people were my friends. It was no romantic relationship. And actually, I was in a very inappropriate relationship with somebody that was older than me. And that should have been, that was odd. Yeah. I was 18, they were 23. I don't know. Kind of weird, but yeah, so no, all that, like, having a conversation with a child, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Platform online is going to have some fans who are kids, and so it's obviously the adult's responsibility to not be in like constant communication with them. It's really not that hard. Either way, he felt so comfortable with Kris to the point that he was asking him about his addiction to adult cartoons, and they were having a lot of inappropriate banter publicly on Twitter when Lava was only 14.
Guys, we are so close to our god. One more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And this is the part I have a problem with. This isn't a group chat. This is literally just him and this other guy that he's been talking to and that he's friends with online. Lava says, I'm your first Patreon big boy. At least that must be you, or he's tagging you. And of course he says, I posted some fire news for you. Please no share. And this is someone that you're talking to that is 14 years old. That you know is 14. And at the end of the day, you cannot be talking about topics like this with someone that is this young.
So at the very least, these two had a close enough relationship where Kris felt comfortable making these adult jokes towards him, and at the very worst, he's...
And publicly posting the reply, like, what the fuck? You gotta be mentally fucking gone to not give a fuck. You at that level of not give a fuck. That's crazy.
Literally flirting with a 14-year-old on the timeline. But by the time Lava would turn 16, he would apparently even meet up with Kris at some point. And he even talked about this extensively on like a Mr. Beast Discord server. Now I do want to make it clear that this guy Prism, who made this video, spoke privately with this Lava guy. And Prism claims that Lava's statement is that nothing bad ever happened when they met up back in the day.
Listen, we gotta stop doing that, because just because something bad didn't happen to them, they are a fucking kid. They might have thought like, yeah, I done did this with this mofo and boom, like, yeah, it won't nothing. I wanted to do it. So they might consider that as nothing bad happened. Like they weren't violently taken advantage of or something, but they did stuff because they want. Y'all, do y'all understand what I'm saying? When mofos try to say, well, the victim didn't say anything was wrong, like, so we just need to drop it. No, we can use our two eyes that whole situation's freaking weird, and that we can conclude that there was probably some bullshit that maybe this young person has not even let sink in, understand, whatever, that wasn't appropriate and they were taking advantage of or whatever. Let me tell you, when that child gets older, then stuff might set in that, oh, that wasn't right.
And as I'm editing this video, guys, Lava actually took to Twitter to make his own statement about the situation, where he says these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. I even never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. And keep in mind, that's after this morning he removed all affiliation with Mr. Beast from his Twitter page. And now we have yet another update where Keemstar has jumped into the picture.
Mofo got paid off. I'm just joking. I don't know.
Interactions. And then when he went to meet up with Kris, that apparently his entire family and the Mr. Beast crew were present. I ran Discord with Kris Tyson when I was 13. Edgy and inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. So take with that what you will. And you guys already know, if there was going to be one person to defend Kris in this entire situation, it was going to be that fool Ethan is online, who last time we caught up with him was pretty much defending the sick people that they catch on predator poachers. So here he was trying to watch the video
so he's a weirdo too. That's what I gather from that. When you start getting online or just in general defending the weirdos, you're a weirdo also.
Where Kris got exposed for like in that very strange artwork.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video and it feels like it was edited by AI.
You still think this is a coincidence? The next definitely changed your mind. On January 25th, 2019,
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Jan posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the...
So the synopsis is Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful and terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time.
So from the start, you can tell that this guy Ethan feels some sort of personal connection to the call out in that video. Just like the sheer amount of anger you can see pulsing through his
what's going on with his hair? You know what? Never mind.
Face. to me kind of tells the whole story of what his opinion is about to be. Yes, that video that he was watching, it wasn't like the best made video I've ever seen, but it's something that I would expect from kind of like a novice commentary channel. And I do think it was very important for kind of kicking off this expose. But let's hear what Ethan thinks.
Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding?
The truth that it doesn't matter that it happened 7 years ago. This guy was into some absolutely diabolical shit.
Didn't like most of the internet at the time with Shadman? Yes. For some reason, yes.
So his excuse for this disgusting behavior is that apparently most of the internet, they were f***ing with this nasty loser who was making these disgusting drawings. I mean, first of all, that just has to be a blatant lie. And to me, the shit he was into is just like inexcusable. I don't give a f***. When it happens, he was already an adult man.
I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video.
And I think that he's claiming it's a bad video because politically it doesn't align perfectly with him.
I'm sorry. It was 7 years ago.
You know how many times this guy...
I don't give a damn. Okay, so if I'm let's say I'm talking to a dude, he's perfect, everything, great looking, everything, guy, you feel me? And I find out that, I don't care, 10 years ago, he was a fucking pedo. Lucky if the only thing I do is leave. Because if a mofo might get hit a couple times on the way out, I'm not gonna lie. Talking about, I don't care how long ago it was, bitch. The fuck?
Ethan has likely judged people for things that they did more than a decade ago just because they do not align with him politically. Like, that seems to be his whole shtick, is that if you're a conservative, because he's very obviously a big-time liberal, well, it's just you. He's never going to give you the benefit of the doubt. He's going to take your words and misconstrue them. But when it's someone who's on his side of history, well, he's going to ride with them to the very end.
I don't want to see it. It's irrelevant. That doesn't make it okay. It's not relevant, though. Is that a gross thing to do? Is it unacceptable? Yeah. But, like, the anti-cancel culture warriors all of a sudden are like, wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago. Why are we even talking about Mr. Beast's friend? Because she's Mr. Beast's friend.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast has the biggest platform literally in the entire world.
Since this time, Kris transitioned and is now Ava.
And that's fine, but it doesn't just
I thought she was Kris with a K.
Idea of how fucking long ago this was! Stop being defensive, you
Bitch, I'm so sorry I can't listen to his dumb ass.
Like, how can someone be so confident in this way of thinking and just be so wrong?
You're spelling it the way she changed it to, but you're misgendering her. So I think that shows that you have a pretty severe bias, actually. You actually have a bias that leads you outside of reality.
Not the project. You trying to flip-flop the whole shit.
And truth.
Dude, it has to be one of the most ironic statements I've ever heard in my entire life.
Why are you being defensive? Well, you're just changing the complete conversation because...
No, that was you, bitch. That was you. Just trying to flip-flop blame every other way than where it should be going. That was your ass. I mean...
Listen, Ethan, get some help, bro. As for Kris, we're gonna need some answers. Like, in my opinion...
This is fucking weird. Like, I don't understand. I cannot wrap my head around it. I cannot. What is... it's nothing to say. I've said it. Dr. Phil, wrong. Dr. Disrespect, Cody Co. I done said the same things in these recent videos I've made, all within like, what, a month? A month's time. I've said the same things. Weirdos, can't deal with them, cancel them, I don't fucking know, bro. Put them in jail, something. But this is, no. It is disgusting. I don't care. I'm not making no joke about a kid. That's not a joke. You have to have some mental illness for that shit to come out your fucking mouth and you think, ha, funny. I'm over it. Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Y'all think it's going to affect Mr. Beast? Who knows? See y'all in the next one.